We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are.
What do you got here?
Well, we've got a 2004 Dodge SRT4. The car itself right now makes about 700 horsepower at the wheels. We run it all over the country in the Optima Street Car Challenge. We also run in things like the Grassroots Motorsports Ultimate Track Car Challenge, and we're also doing a Grid Life series this year. And every once in a while we dabble a little bit and we run a couple of half-mile drags here and there. We've done pretty well in those by dominating the front-wheel drive class in that series as well.
Now the Optima Street Car Challenge, you took home a trophy, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. In 2015 we won the GTL class championship for the year. We won that out in California at their Fontana round, and then we're invited to take the car out to Las Vegas where we competed there. We did well in the event, road course event, which is our strong suit. We finished top 10 out of 80 cars, and real happy with that result. It's a real tight track, real difficult for a front-wheel drive car to get around. So
now in the road course event, like, what would you say you need to get your car ready for that? What would you need to get it ready for that?
One of the biggest things when people are getting into road course racing is just getting the car prepped properly, not to be fast, but to be safe and to be consistent. And one of the things that people need to get are some good quality brake pads, some really good quality brake fluid, and maybe some stainless steel brake lines. This is one of the most important things, obviously, is trying to get the car stopped. Because almost every car, especially somebody who's an enthusiast, has a car that'll go. Getting it to stop, that's another trick. So, and to do it consistently and throughout the day without fading a lot, that's very much a key to being successful on the road course.
Now, as far as safety, do you need roll bars? What kind of stuff do you need as far as, qualifying, to get in, like, safety standard wise?
Well, a lot of them, you could start out with pretty much a stock vehicle, and people even come with completely stock cars or occasionally even rental cars. But you don't need a roll cage to get started in like a road course event. You do an HPDE, which is a high performance driver's education program. So you can get out there with an instructor, you have somebody with you. So as long as the car is not deficient in any way, doesn't have bald tires, doesn't have leaking fluids all over it, doesn't have bare wires, that kind of stuff, they check it for that kind of safety. But you don't have to get started, you don't have to have a roll cage, and you don't have to have harnesses, but you do have to have a helmet.
Now, as far as stock, this is pretty far from stock. I'm taking it you dominate. You're winning events and stuff like that. Just tell us a little bit about the car. Brakes, suspension, engine. I mean, you already said 700 horsepower.
Yeah, right. The motor itself is built by me. It's my first shot at it, so I'm pretty happy. It's been going now for 2 years, and we build all the components in the car itself, everything but the head itself, and anything that involves welding I do at my home. And we've got a stock block that's bored 40 thousandths. We've got a built head on there with +2 valves on the exhaust side, +1 on the intake side, just to get extra flow. Custom-made exhaust manifold, and that holds a Garrett turbocharger, or GTX 3076, and it's sitting on a 63 housing, which is going to make it spool really fast. For road course racing, that's important because you're always on and off the throttle. Unlike drag racing, where you can build a lot of boost at the start line and just run it through the end, this is constantly up and down, so you want something that's going to spool very quickly. So for that reason, we went with all V-band connections on the system for the exhaust manifold into the turbocharger, from the turbocharger out to the exhaust, and a very minimal exhaust system that exits on the side of the car. So we don't have very much restriction there, just enough that's what's good for the car.
Now you say you're making 700 horsepower. Now is the block sleeved or anything? I know you said stock block.
No, the blocks on these cars hold up really well. What we've done on the bottom to make it stronger, it's actually a two-piece block configuration the way the car comes from the factory. So we machine the bottom of the bed plate, that's called, that sandwiches the crankshaft, and support that with extra rods extra bars down there to help stiffen up that part of the block. That's kind of one of the weak points, but once we've done that, we haven't had any problems with that portion of the block. So.
Now, let me. Do you have anywhere people can look at you, follow your car, or anything? Website or?
Absolutely. We have our own website, which is windspeedmotorsports.com. We have a Facebook page, which again is Windspeed Motorsports, or myself, which is Douglas Wynn, and then we have an Instagram page under Windspeed Motorsports as well.
Okay. Well, thanks, Doug.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.